So, I don't think it's a secret that Classroom of the Elite is my favorite anime, and that it holds my favorite characters. While I'm not an exclusive Classroom of the Elite channel, this anime and Chainsaw Man takes up a good portion of my videos, and there's a lot of reasons I love the series, but I'm going to talk about one of those reasons in particular today, and that is how the series portrays these characters, or more specifically, how it perfectly introduces and executes the mystery around them. Right off the bat, the series plays the long game when it comes to uncovering who a character truly is. I think the best and most obvious showcase of this comes from Ayanokoji himself, in that it took 3 volumes to reveal what he truly thinks. Bro, it took like a collective of 600 pages of a novel for you to know what the main character is thinking. Even now, we don't fully know who or what Ayanokoji truly is. But it's not just Ayanokoji who has a lot of mystery around him, it's the majority of every character. In Volume 1, for the first half, Kushida is portrayed as someone she's not, and I think Kushida is kind of the sample to this effect. If you don't know what I mean, she was the first character we see do a 180 of who she was. So this was the first sign that we shouldn't trust the character as even the protagonist. Now, something else these books do, which only elevates the fact more, is the prologues at the beginning of each volume. And at the start of each book, the first couple pages will start from a different character's perspective. Most of the time, they're planting little seeds for their inner problems that we don't know about yet. And those problems always tie into the current arc on one way or another, so that Ayanokoji or the other main characters can uncover it. I'm sure Classroom of the Elite is not the only anime to do this, but I still quite like it a lot. Using this is how they further build up the mystery around Ichinose's past, which was the main center for Volume 9. Now, there's been some variations to this, like for Volume 10 when they showed Hirata's thoughts, but this time around he was interacting with others like Horikita. Now, what they did there was show us a snippet about what would happen later in the book, only from his perspective. So then, as you read, you tried to piece it together on when those events would go down. Anyways, let's skip to the second year arc now, because right off the bat, the second year arc revolves around the mystery of all the first years who are potentially involved with trying to expel Ayanokoji. The whole time, you, the reader, has to try and decipher who is the secret White Room spy, and even the other first years have their own sus shit going on too. Like Hausen all of a sudden pulling a knife on Koji. And as I mentioned in another video, how they betrayed Yagami was pretty smart. He was the one who warned Ayanokoji that people were trying to expel him, and then in the island exam arc, he was portrayed as somewhat annoying and not intimidating. But obviously, that's just a facade. Ansei is also a good reference to building up mystery too, as through a lot of the island arc, you knew something was off with her, and you knew she was in contact with Tsukishiro, but you didn't find out her motives until the end of that volume, and she wasn't even a White Room student like they hinted she was. Every character in this series seems to at one point in the plot be hiding something, and every time I'm interested and engaged in finding who or what that mystery is. The anime version screws a lot of this up with some of the characters, but not all of it, like once again Ayanokoji. However, the light novel executes mystery in its characters or the lore around them perfectly. Speaking of perfect, so are my Patreon members. Okay, that was a horrible transition. Anyways, love you all, thanks for your support, and I guess that's it, so I'll see you all later, bye.